The Lantern of Whispering Truths. Long ago, at the edge of a dense forest and a winding river, stood the ancient town of Kalyanpur. The town was famous for two things: its yearly lantern festival and a mystery no one had ever solved. Every house in Kalyanpur owned a lantern. Some were small, some grand, but one lantern was different from all others. It was called the Lantern of Whispering Truths. The lantern hung in the town hall, carved from old sandalwood, with glass so clear it looked like water frozen in time. People believed it could not be lied to. Whenever a great crime happened, elders would light the lantern, and it was said the truth would eventually come out. But years ago, something strange happened. The lantern went silent. One morning, the town awoke to shocking news. The golden grain chest, which stored food for the entire village during droughts, was empty. The lock was untouched. No footprints, no broken windows. Panic spread like wildfire. How did it vanish? Who would steal from their own people? The lantern must be lit, the elders cried. But when they lit the lantern of whispering truths, it glowed and said nothing. For the first time in history, the lantern refused to speak. Living on the outskirts of Kalyanpur was a young man named Devraj. He was not a soldier nor a scholar. He was a folk detective, trained not in weapons but in observation. Devraj believed something simple: people lie, habits don't. The elders reluctantly asked for his help. Devraj began where everyone else refused to look, not at suspects but at small details. Devraj visited the grain house. He noticed something odd. The mice traps were untouched. No grain theft, he muttered. Animals would have found it first. Then he saw faint oil stains near the walls, not from the grain chest but from lantern oil. Someone had been here at night and stood still for a long time. Devraj walked through the town during the lantern festival preparations. Every lantern glowed warm yellow, except a few that burned blue. "Why blue?" he asked a shopkeeper. "Oh," the man said casually, "some people mix river moss oil. It burns brighter." Devraj nodded, but his eyes narrowed. River mossy oil was rare and sticky. Late at night, Devraj returned to the town hall alone. He sat before the silent lantern of whispering truths. Instead of asking questions, he listened. The lantern flickered strangely when the wind blew from the east. Devraj smiled softly. "So you're not silent," he whispered. "You're blocked." He examined the wick. Someone had coated it with river moss oil, the same oil that burned blue and dulled sound vibrations. The lantern hadn't lost its power. Someone had silenced it on purpose. Devraj gathered the townsfolk: the mill owner, wealthy but greedy; the head guard, responsible for security; the festival lantern maker, supplier of oil; the grain keeper, trusted by all. Each denied guilt. Devraj asked only one thing: "Show me your lanterns." Most lanterns glowed yellow, but 4 burned blue. Devraj said nothing. Instead, he asked everyone to walk around the square. As they walked, Devraj watched their feet. 3 walked normally, 1 walked carefully. The grainkeeper. Devraj followed the grainkeeper quietly that night. The man went to the riverbank, lifted a stone, and revealed a hidden chamber beneath. Inside, the golden grain chest. "Why?" Devraj asked gently. The grainkeeper fell to his knees. "I was afraid," he confessed. "The harvest was failing. I thought if I controlled the grain, people would depend on me forever." "And the lantern?" Devraj asked. "I silenced it so it couldn't reveal me." The next morning, the lantern was cleaned. Its flame burned golden once more. When lit, it whispered softly, "Truth is not loud. It waits for those who listen." The grain was returned. The town was saved, but the elders asked Devraj to stay. He shook his head. "My work is done," he said. "Where will you go?" they asked. Devraj smiled. "To places where people fear truth and need it most." And with that, he disappeared into the forest as quietly as he had arrived. Truth does not always shout. Sometimes it whispers, and only the patient will hear it. If you like my story, please like, share, and subscribe my channel and stay tuned for more thrilling stories. Thanks for watching.